Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? My name is the Nanu, the man with the biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube. And with this video here, we're going to be talking about the Black Ops 4 multiplayer trailer that came out, I want to say either earlier today or maybe yesterday. I'm a little bit late with this one, but I just wanted to give my thoughts and opinions on it, just like I do everything else. You know, something that's not a comic book movie for once. But honestly, I didn't see a whole lot with the trailer that kind of piqued my interest, to be honest. The biggest thing that I saw in there that kind of interested me was the fact that it's a modern day shooter. Well, not modern day, but let's say modern to futuristic, I would say. That's the biggest thing that piqued my interest, because I hate World War II games, I hate World War I games, I hate back in the day shooter games. Why I hate shooter games like that, that's the reason why you don't see me upload like Battlefield 1 or Call of Duty World War II, even though I had both of those games. I don't play them like that, is because I went through the resurgence of those video games before modern military shooters were out. Before modern military shooters a thing, before COD 4, before Modern Warfare 2 and all that good stuff, it was just World War II games. That was the big thing from like 2000, from like 98 to like 2007 was all World War II games. Look at all of the older Call of Duty games, like Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, Big Red 1. Then you had the one that COD copied off of before COD came big, Medal of Honor. That was all World War II games. That was like the big thing before modern military shooters came out. And then it's like now, since that came and went too, now we're back to World War I and 2 games again. It's like, and I hate that. So the biggest thing about that, like I said, is just the fact that it's not, you know, they're not going back to World War II and making another damn game. Thank you. So now that has me interested enough to actually want to play it. But then again, everything else I'm seeing along with the trailer, a couple things interested me more, but then you had a bunch that looks like it's just more of the same. The game still looks like Black Ops 3. It looks like you have barbed wire and movable cover and stuff like that. Like they just ripped that from Rainbow Six. I don't know if they still have if they're gonna bring in the whole specialist feel back, like from Black Ops 3. But if that's gonna be a thing, are they gonna be like new specialists or all that stuff? Like I know they had a whole event. I didn't watch the whole event. I mean, I just watched what they had in the trailer specifically and read up a couple articles about what they were trying to do, which I'll touch on in a moment. But it looks like I mean, I'm guessing if these are going to be new specialists, that's cool, then it's probably more of the same. But if these are going to be like abilities that you can just basically use on the battlefield per character, well, that kind of sounds like I'm talking about the specialists, but but if this is going to be something else than a Destiny Super, then it looks like maybe they're trying to make the game a little bit more like Rainbow Six. Like they want people to run around and everything like it's Call of Duty, but they still wanted to be tactical somewhat. Like they're changing the health bars and everything. They're actually giving you a health bar on screen, so when you're shooting somebody, you know how much damage they're taking and things like that. I think that's a good thing, because I know I was one of those kind of people who hated shooting at somebody, or you know, and thinking they were dead when they weren't, because I would have that a lot based on connection. Because normally Call of Duty games, at least for me, I have a great connection, but everybody else has a subpar connection compared to me, so they'll dick me with the connection and how the matches are, you know, are set up and everything behind the scenes. But outside, other than that, I'm not really feeling everything else I'm hearing about the game. It sounds to me like they're trying to get away from what made Call of Duty, and I can understand why they're making that change, but I think they're gonna suffer because of it. Like everything else I'm hearing is like they're trying to make the game more like Overwatch. I hate the fact that they're cutting out the campaign, since they're in their minds they're like, well, nobody plays it, so why do we do it? You do it because you make so much fucking money every year. I'll touch on that at the end, because that's, you know, that's like a rant that I'm gonna spin on. But everything I'm hearing is like they're trying to make the game like Overwatch. They want it multiplayer only. They want like a service-based medium, something that they can push out, kind of like how Blizzard does, Overwatch and other, games like that, like Fortnite with Battle Royale, because now they're bringing a Battle Royale mode in COD, and it just seems like they're getting away from, like I said before, what makes Call of Duty Call of Duty. Right now, they've gotten away from it so bad, they're trying to mimic other people. And I think that's good. I think you have to change your game somewhat. I'm not saying I want the same thing every year, because that's what everybody's been saying about COD for the past 10 fucking years. But you have to change your game somewhat, but you have to make the core the same. And this is where I think they're fucking up. They're changing the core of the game by them adding no campaign, by them adding Battle Royale. I can say that's hit or miss for me. I could care less about Battle Royale. I mean, I hate Fortnite. I don't play it. I think it's dumb. I think it's unfinished and stupid. I think the same thing about Zombies mode. They both seem like they're just shitty game modes that they make without putting the time and the substance and the effort in. I mean, for those of you, who like to play it, that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. They're not for me. I like typical multiplayer. I like substance behind what I'm playing, and I don't like to be dicked out of my money. But it feels like with this here, like I said, by them wanting to go the more Overwatch route, that tells me as a consumer, or at least a consumer with the mindset of experience behind knowing what companies do, that tells me where they want to take Call of Duty. They want like a yearly installment that they can push out, that they have to do the less effort on, because the less effort on their end, that all equates to a dollar amount. So they're trying to save the most money that they can when they make it. And that's the part I don't like. It's like you're giving me less effort, less of a product, but yet I'm guaranteeing you they're going to be charging $60 at the when it comes out at the end of the year. They're not going to be docking the price to like $30. Like Fortnite, for all of its troubles and even for all the crap that I don't like about it, I can say, you know what, Fortnite is fucking free. I can say the same thing about a lot of those, cheap battle royale type games. A lot of them are free or cost like maybe like $5, $10, $30, something like that, right? This is Call of Duty. They're going to be charging $60. Now, if this game costed $40 or $30, I'd be like, you know what? No campaign. Okay, it is what it is. They're charging me less for it. But no, damn well that shit's going to be like $60. And it's going to probably have the same amount of maps that they launched with the past couple games, which is less than what we got previously with the previous Call of Duties. So you're getting less, you're getting probably less maps, 2 extra Zombies maps, because I think they said that you get 1 and then they're going to be making two or three more, which is fine. But again, Zombies is like an add-on thing. It's not a main feature. And they're cutting out campaign. And for me, that's a big deal, because I'm somebody who I've played all of the Call of Duty campaigns. I like most of them. The reason why I think you have to have campaign is, for me anyway, and for a lot of other people, that I've talked to, the campaigns in Call of Duty, while they may not be great, I'm not expecting like, the greatest story ever when I play a Call of Duty campaign, but they are fun. The reason why I guess nobody plays them is because the market that who buys your game are kids. Kids are not necessarily going to run through a whole campaign anymore. They're just going to jump in and play what they play for a little bit and get off. It is what it is. Wow, wait a minute, I'm making so makes it sound like I'm talking about masturbation, but that's not what I'm talking about. But they're only going to play part of it and then not touch it no more. But it's one of those things where, to me, a campaign kind of solidifies your multiplayer. It sets the narrative tone of what you're going for in the multiplayer. It gets you attached to the game. Prime example, Halo. Nobody would give 2 fucks about Halo if Halo was multiplayer only. The reason why everybody cares about, or everybody used to care about Halo in its prime, let me say that. The reason why everybody cares about Master Chief and everything like that is because of the campaigns of the game, not because of the multiplayer. That kind of sets the tone for the game going forward. Everybody played Gears for the same thing. You didn't play Gears because, oh, you know what, Gears has that great multiplayer. No, you played Gears for the story first, then you jumped to multiplayer. COD was the only franchise after Black Ops 1 where people stopped doing that. And it's more than likely because the stories just weren't good. I'm just gonna be real with you. Outside of Modern Warfare 1 and 2, I think Modern Warfare 3 kind of fell off a little bit story-wise, but outside of Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, stories in Call of Duty, Black Ops 1 had a great story, I will say that. Black Ops 1, going forward after that, is when things really fell off, but fans got attached to the characters in the Modern Warfare series. You had Price, you had Soap, you had Makarov, you had all those other characters, the guy with the ghost mask on and everything like that. You got attached to those characters and they solidified what the image of Call of Duty was. So when you seen one of them on the cover or you seen them in art, hell, I think they even threw Captain Price in a few games, like in the older Call of Duty game, like World at War or like COD 3 and in COD 4, and people didn't notice it until after the fact, because they was like, why does this guy look the same? And, and things like that. So they solidify as far as what you want your image of your game to be. I think if they make the multiplayer behind Call of Duty just multiplayer, you're not going to have that same attachment. You're not going to go into a game and have that same love for the game as if you played the campaigns and got attached to the characters and liked them. Now, granted, with the newer Call of Duty games, the one main flaw behind the campaigns that I'm seeing is that they just don't make decent enough characters. It feels like the stories are being written, and the stories are decent. I will say that they're not the greatest things out there. They're decent, but they just don't have any recognizable characters. They try to make every main character this John Everyman type of character without any interesting moments. Like the interesting things out of Call of Duty in the older games, like Modern Warfare, was the characters you play, given what happened to them, whether you were the guy got blown up by the nuke or the guy going in the airport shooting people, or the side characters around you. And after, I want to say, Black Ops 1, things kind of fell off heavy. Like with Black Ops 1, the main character, your side characters were fun. After that, with Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, your main character is ass, and you get one or two interesting side characters. Like with Advanced Warfare, it was Kevin Spacey. I love his character and the other guy you were rolling with. In Infinite Warfare, Jon Snow was a fucking dumbass. I hated his character. Main character was ass, but you had the robot character, which was like the best character in the game. So it's like you can only get really like one character out of the whole campaign of people that you're playing with. So that's a writing thing. So I think the writing is bad. I think they need better writers on the campaigns if they want people to play them. They can't just keep pushing out bullshit. But if they're cutting it out altogether, like I said, it's I don't know. I think that Call of Duty is even though I don't particularly love it all that much, it's still a game that I do play. And I think by them cutting out campaign, they're gonna kill their franchise. Not only besides the changes, even though people only buy for the multiplayer and all that, they're gonna kill that attachment that you grow for the characters. Like people who play Overwatch, they don't like Overwatch's characters because they just play them in the game. You like them because they release all those character intros that they have in the game for the different characters and all the different stuff people make online and all of that. So you get used to seeing the characters, and that's how you like the characters, because you like how they act in the other media, and things like that. It's kind of like you're watching a movie of the characters instead of playing the game. When you play the game, you can't see none of the characters except in the character select screen or when you're attacking them on screen. You don't ever see yourself. So, that's not why people play it. They play it for the fun factor and the fact that you can get attached to those specific characters. And if Call of Duty is just multiplayer only, I don't see how they're going to have that attachment, YouTube. You need that attachment. You need that strive to get people to pick up and play your game every year. That's the one thing that COD's missing. They're focusing more on the multiplayer side of things and not just the, hey, look, if we get you attached to characters in our shit, they're gonna buy it anyway. Look at people who bought Halo. Like people who bought Halo, 2, 3, 4. Granted, Halo fell off, but I'm a Halo fan right now. Even though I hated the last Halo game, if they came out with another one and they had Master Chief in it, I'm gonna more likely play it just because I want to see where the story goes, because I'm attached to the story and the characters that's in their universe. With Call of Duty, I can't say that. You know, I said that the last time with Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 1. Not after that, because it just kind of it doesn't matter. They don't put the effort into making good stories. They really don't. So I mean, the fact that I think they're cutting it out altogether, like I said, I don't know. I mean, if they wanted a multiplayer only Call of Duty, I get that. I mean, hey, it's a business to them. They're trying to make money. If they wanted a multiplayer only Call of Duty, why don't they bring Call of Duty Online here? Put it on console. Have a game, you have all the maps and all the Call of Duties, all the guns that's in the games, or that's in all the games, and have a modular Call of Duty where there's a product that comes out and all they give us is guns and updates and loot boxes and all that extra shit. Why don't they do that? It's like they keep making games with these 3 different studios, and it's like, if you want to do that, then fine, do that. Have like a regular Call of Duty engine, and then just have a version that you put out there for free, like Fortnite. Have people buy it, or have people buy it or download it, and then just upgrade it with new shit to buy, and have that be a steady income. You know, and have fans vote for like, oh, what gun should we put in the game? You know, get that community involvement going. It's like, I don't understand why they don't do that. It's like you're trying to take the regular games that made the franchise big and shit on them to make a piss poor version of a product that you can already put out that's probably better. You know, so it's like, I don't understand why they're doing it. I really don't. But I don't know if I'm gonna buy this Call of Duty. I mean, it's like I said, besides being the one shooter that I would be willing to play, because unless I'm praying that Battlefield 5 is going to be modern day, I'm praying that, because then I could just give up on Call of Duty completely. But I didn't play World War II all that much, because you know, like I said, I don't like the time frame. I bought it, played it for a little bit, but this one I'm probably not going to buy. I'm going to treat it like I did Infinite Warfare. I bought Infinite Warfare, well, let me scratch that. I didn't buy it. I had somebody buy it for me, and I only played through the campaign. I didn't even touch multiplayer. Given how, you know, because I didn't like the game. I didn't, you know, wasn't feeling it, so I didn't even play that. But at least with this new one, I mean, unless somebody buys it for me, I mean, I might try it out, but I doubt it. For me, it doesn't hype me up. It doesn't, you know, doesn't give me no kind of raging erections or, you know, to play Call of Duty, none of that stuff. And everything I'm hearing about Overwatch and how they're trying to, you know, make Call of Duty into Overwatch, I'm just not feeling. And, you know, even with the Battle Royale, that's like icing on the cake of the fuckery that I don't want. So as you guys can tell, I am not thrilled about Black Ops 4. Why are they even calling it Black Ops 4? Are they continuing the story from Black Ops 3? Because they kind of sort of finished it. So unless they're gonna say what's his name didn't die at the end, and you know, I mean, I just don't know where they're gonna take the story. Maybe because they don't have no story. Maybe they're just relying on a name. Maybe that's what they're doing. Because everybody knows Black Ops and they associate that with, you know, with decent Call of Duties after Black Ops 1 and 2. But it is what it is. My name is the Nanu, the man with the biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.